So sometimes you go on your website on Google Page Speed to test your website and you notice it's not meeting spec you want. So testing web insights like speed, majorly speed, yeah, and you're not getting the speed you want. This might be caused majorly by images on your site if they are heavy. So let's talk about heavy and slow images and how to fix them. So when you have slow or heavy images on your, not slow or heavy images, when you have heavy images on your site, they tend to make your site slow, especially when loading, because now your site tries to load those images and then it takes way longer than it should take. All right. So how then do you fix this? Yeah. Before we talk about how we fix it, let's talk about the three major image types we have. Two. JPEG and PNG. So these are the widely known image extensions we have. Their difference mostly is transparency. So JPEG cannot be transparent, while PNG can be transparent. But then we have other extensions. We have EVIF, we have GIF, we have a lot more. But then the one we'll be talking about that is very well optimized for websites is WEBP. So what is WEBP? WEBP is an image extension that is almost lossless and very small in size. So we are going to see the difference between normal JPEG and a WebP, and we'll then compare the sizes. Now, after choosing the image extension you want to work with, the next thing you want to take note of is the image size itself. So, on your website, in most cases, the width of your website doesn't go above 1920, which is 1920 pixels. But then you upload an image of 4000 pixels, 2000 pixels, 5000 pixels, as if they want to view your website on, the computers of those days, big screen that fills the house. Even when we have large monitors today, most of the time, the image doesn't span across. So what's the need of having an image size that is up to 4000 px in either width or height? It's just pointless. And also adding to the size of your image file, which also makes your website slow. Are you following? So now, knowing this, what is the step forward? You get your image, convert it to WebP, you make the dimensions not more than 1920 pixels, and then you compress. So how do you then do all of this? There are different ways you could do it. You can either use Photoshop, basically any photo editing tool you can use, or online photo editing tool. But for this tutorial, and based on my preference, I'll be using Affinity Photo. So let's get right into it. So now you open Affinity Photo, and then how I do it is, I already have my image size in mind, so I'll just create Control N to create a file with that. Then this will be in pixels. But since I already have a template, I'll just use that template. Let's say I have. So if you check this size, this is, look at it here, 1920 by 1080. What I'll suggest you do is you create an artboard or anything you're working with, then make your width 1920, then your height whatever you want, but it shouldn't also be more than 1920. Alright? Then while exporting, for your export settings, you will change the file type to WebP, and then here you have 1x. Instead of 1x, you put 1920 W. That is the height, the width wouldn't go more than 1920. And then you export. That's if I was using Affinity Designer. So when you export, you don't have to compress. Alright. Or the second option I would use is going to squash, squash, anyone, squoosh.app, and then you drag your image here. So let me go to Flippy and download an image. So, and then you search for a beautiful guy. Let's see what that gives us. Okay. You're not as beautiful as I am, though. But anyways, let's look for one that has. Let's go back up. I like this picture, so I'll just download it. So download, save, downloading. Now it's done downloading. So if you go now to our file manager and you click on, you look down here, this image alone is 3.63 MB. And if I do this, where is that? If I do this now, you see dimensions, the width is 2333. You do not want that on your website. That's a lot. Also, the size, as you saw down here, is 3.63. So let's go and convert it and see using Squoosh. So come here, drag your image, and drop. See, without doing anything, see what you have. See what you have before 3.81515. Now let's now change it to WEBP. See, it has even reduced. Now let's go to resize and then change the width to 1920. See how it also went down and you download. Save image. And when you go back there, first image 1920, 248 KB. Second image 233, 3.63. And if you check, there's almost no difference. There's almost no difference. So that's how you work on your images to get the best of web speed. And that's it for today, guys. See you in the next one.